Happy Friday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I am Anthony Totri, joined on another beautiful day of the week by Danielle behind the Mac. Danielle, you've been letting me know it's game one of the World Series.
It's the World Series, baby.
God damn, that is crazy to think that the Arizona Diamondbacks are 4 wins away from being the champions, man. That is absolutely crazy to think about. Again, this is obviously going to be a big weekend, a big couple weeks for Arizona sports fans in general, but around here we talk Arizona State. Tony in the chat, Jacob Franklin predicted an Arizona win over Oregon State on Mike Luke's show earlier. Jacob backing the A. Tony, I don't know if he's necessarily backing the A, but he's giving credit where credit is due, man. Look, Jed Fish over at Arizona is doing some pretty remarkable things. That test against Oregon State is going to be a real one because DJ Uiagalelei and that Oregon State defense, man, they know what they're doing over there in Corvallis. So it is certainly going to be an exciting time. I think it's just going to be an exciting weekend of Pac-12 football, to be honest with you. I think there are a lot of really important games, and I think there are some games where you can learn a lot about this conference moving forward throughout the rest of the season and who we might see down the stretch. Obviously, we'll get into Arizona State versus Washington State, but looking at the rest of that slate, you've got Oregon and Utah. That is going to be a massive game with certainly some Pac-12 championship implications, potentially college football playoff implications as well down the stretch. You've got USC trying to bounce back against Cal. Cal hasn't been a slouch this season. Washington versus Stanford. We saw what Stanford did against Colorado a couple of weeks back, so it is certainly you can't look past any team in the Pac. Colorado has UCLA. I think that's a bounce back opportunity for them. Obviously, UCLA in the AP top 25, sitting there at number 23. Obviously, they have incentive to win that game. Like I said, Arizona State versus Washington State. And then like Tony said in the chat, you've got the Beavs and the Arizona Wildcats. It is crazy to me that Oregon State in reality is probably a win in one team losing away from being a top 10 team in the AP top 25. That is absolutely crazy. Tony again in the chat, Wazzu licking their chops. Maybe Devils get a win. Yeah, we'll get into all of our predictions and what we think is really going to take place. But all week long, we've been talking about Arizona State, right? Rightfully so. This is an Arizona State podcast. But what I want to do for the first little segment of this show is I just want to give ASU fans a little bit of an idea as to what they could see on Saturday when Washington State does come to town. Because the Cougars, they were a team that was in the AP top 25 at a certain point in the season. Since then, it's been a little bit of an uphill battle for Washington State to get right. They're 4-3 on the season. They sit at 8th in the pack. They had a really strong start to the year. They had a 50-24 win over Colorado State. They had a win over then number 19 Wisconsin, 31-22. They beat Northern Colorado 64-21, and this was a big one right here. They beat then 14th ranked Oregon State 38-35 in the first week of conference play for both those teams. So that was certainly a big win for Cam Ward and company. But really since then, it's been downhill. They had a 25-17 loss to UCLA. They obviously had a ridiculous thrashing against Arizona where they lost 44-6, a game that I don't think many thought was going to look like that at the end of the day. And then a 38-24 loss against number 9 Oregon. So while a lot of people are looking at this game picking Arizona State, specifically based off of what they saw against Arizona State's defense against Michael Penix Jr. in Washington, this is not going to just be another game for the Sun Devils, and it's not just going to be another game for Washington State, because similar to the way that Arizona State is looking to get their second win of the season, Washington State is looking to flip the page on this 3-game losing streak, and they are definitely They've got the Sun Devils in their sights. So it is definitely going to be a back-and-forth contest in my mind. I think it's, if you're an ASU fan, buckle up, because you're currently accustomed to watching this team lose some close games. I think you're going to get another close game on Saturday. I've actually got a predicted a 3-point game. We'll get into the exact prediction of who I've got coming out on top and what the final score is going to be. But I do think this is going to be a back and forth game. I think it's going to be close. Donald in the chat saying, yo, Sun Devils by a million, man. Look, I would love for Kenny Dillingham to roll out this offense and it just to be absolute fireworks on Saturday. But because we haven't seen that to this point, I do think it is going to be a little bit of a close game. Not to mention Cam Ward. Cam Ward is having a hell of a season for Washington State, completing nearly 70% of his passes. He's thrown for over 2,000 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, a 5-to-1 touchdown to INT ratio. They've got the second best passing attack in the Pac-12 just in terms of pure passing yards. Now, we'll get into why that is here in a second, but the piece of this puzzle that I think Arizona State should be able to pick apart is that Washington State offensive line. They've allowed Cam Ward to get sacked 19 times this season for over 100 yards lost in terms of sack yardage. This is going to be a time where Brian Ward is going to let his pass rushers feast on that Cougar offensive line. It's one of those games where you send BJ Green, Clayton Smith, Prince Dorba, and then you let them pin their ears back and they go get after it on the edges. And I think this is going to be a game similar to the Colorado game, where Arizona State should be able to own the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball. Where they're going to win the game is on the flip side of that coin, if that Arizona State offensive line can really get a push against Washington State's defense, because they don't have a very good defense. We'll get into that, but I want to continue with the Cougars offense because it doesn't just stop with Cam Ward. They've got a trio of wide receivers all capable of stretching the field in Kyle Williams, Lincoln Victor, and Josh Kelly. Kyle Williams with 549 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns on the season. Victor with 522 receiving yards, 3 trips to the end zone. And Josh Kelly, 433 receiving yards with 5 receiving touchdowns. That leads the Washington State receiving core. So none of these guys are giants. None of them are Troy O'Meara that Arizona State has. None of these guys are out there at 6'3", 6'4", jump ball kind of guys. The biggest guy that they got out of those 3 is 6'1". They are great route runners, but they are not necessarily the guys that you go up and throw the one-on-one ball to like Arizona State has with some of their guys. So it's a trio of wide receivers that can really do it all, but going into that game, it is more so what Cam Ward can do than what these receivers are necessarily going to go out there and put on display. You don't have a Roma Dunze anywhere on the field. You don't have USC Brendan Rice anywhere on this field. You don't have an Elijah Badger that Washington State has. Like there is certainly a lot of room for these cornerbacks that Arizona State has to go out there and be the reason that Cam Ward is stifled, right? This is going to be another defensive performance that is going to be the key to Arizona State's offense having extra opportunities to go out there and compete. Because while I say the receivers aren't necessarily world beaters for Washington State, and that is true, while I say the offensive line isn't necessarily the Great Wall of China and their run game is pretty abysmal as well, Cam Ward is a top quarterback in this conference. I would put him, honestly, as the 4th best quarterback in this conference behind Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix Jr. I think Cam Ward is definitely the number 4 guy right there. I brought up the running attack and how it is pretty abysmal. They've got the 2nd worst rushing attack in the Pac-12. Nakia Watson is the lead back for Washington State, but they really don't run the ball well. They're averaging, or he specifically is averaging 2.9 yards per carry. He doesn't even have 200 rush yards on the season. We are now in what? ASU's 1-6. We played 7 games, and he doesn't even have 200 rush yards on the season. That's not great. And Cam Ward actually has the most rushes on the team, so you definitely have to be aware of what Cam Ward can do with his legs. But not, I would say, on the, you play Washington, right? You got Michael Penix Jr. You're able to contain him a little bit. They have key guys on the outside, on the perimeter that you saw, right? Roma Dunze being one of them, that are capable of winning the game by themselves or capable of keeping this competitive. If Arizona State defensively is able to lock down Cam Ward, I expect it to be a low-scoring affair, and I expect ASU to certainly be in contention when we get to that 4th quarter. Now, earlier I brought up that Arizona State's offense is certainly going to need to step up. It's the common theme for this team, right? Is the Arizona State defense has been there time and again to do what they need to do, But at the end of the day, the Arizona State offense has been incapable of scoring points. I do think that changes slightly from what I've heard, from what I've seen. I think there are going to be some players that haven't necessarily been given the rock too many times this season that are going to have their opportunity to shine. And I think it's going to be an exciting time for Arizona State fans, if I'm being completely honest with you. Okay? There's one of our guys out there he's going to have the opportunity to eat on Saturday, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, specifically if he's able to take advantage of some of those opportunities. But Arizona State's offense is going to be going against a Washington State defense that isn't really good. They actually have the third worst defense in the conference in terms of allowing yards per game. They're allowing opposing offenses 437 total yards per game. In terms of how opposing quarterbacks are faring against Washington State, well, the only time that opposing quarterbacks have better games in conference play is when they're playing Colorado or Stanford. Washington State allowing opposing quarterbacks to throw for 275 yards a game. And then you get to the rushing numbers. Washington State is abysmal there as well. Opposing running backs, guys. Cam Scadaboo, DeCarlos Brooks, I'm looking at you. Opposing running backs are rushing for 161 yards per game on this Washington State defense, guys. It is the floodgates open for opposing offensive lines when they get the chance to go against this Washington State front seven. It's not good, and they're allowing teams to score nearly 30 points per game. Donald in the chat, that's what I like to hear. Show the players some chances that need it, and Donald, get the kids not bought in off the damn field. Yeah, this is, again, from what I've heard and from what I've seen this week, this is going to be your opportunity, and I think that's why a lot of people in the media are picking Arizona State to go out there and win this game, is because it should feel different. It should look different. Offensively, this is going to be the time. This is the game. If you don't get it right now, you're not getting it right this season. I'm going to go out there and say that right now. If you are able to go out there and score some points on Washington State, you can have hope for the rest of this season. If you don't, doesn't get any easier. UCLA's defense, rock solid. Utah's defense, rock solid. Oregon's defense, rock solid. U of A, we'll get there when we get there. Right? Those are the top three defenses in terms of allowing teams to run the football. Top three, right? In Arizona, they're fourth. Washington State is as bad as it gets. This is going to be the game. Scat, D'Lo, any of those guys need to go out there and have if Arizona State is going to win the football game. We're going to get into predictions and trending up here in a second, but first I want to tell you guys a little bit about our friends over at Burrito Express. If you haven't been to BE yet, check them out, guys. They got locations all over the valley. I know we're getting Burrito Express in the office on a Monday. Can't wait for the steak and egg that's going to be there with my name on it. It's going to be so damn beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. Go check out Burrito Express. Like I said, they got locations all over the valley with great prices and great customer service as well. While you're there waiting in line for a burrito, why don't you check them out and give them a follow on social at Burrito EXP. Now, you're probably standing there or watching and listening, and you're like, you know what, man? I love Burrito Express, but it's not payday yet. So how can I go afford Burrito Express? Well, let me tell you, DraftKings Sportsbook, okay? They've got some amazing offers where they're literally going to be giving you guys free money that in turn you could turn around and go get one of a million different sponsors that we have. And if you didn't know, the NBA is officially back. Whether you're a Suns fan, a Lakers fan, or whatever fan, the NBA and basketball is back. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is celebrating with an unbeatable offer. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets for throwing down $5 on the NBA. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. You guys are going to start the season with an instant dub. And with DraftKings parlays, everyone has a shot. Everyone's got a shot at even bigger basketball wins. You guys can string together multiple bets from the same game or build your parlay across multiple games for a shot at making your payday even sweeter. Guys, basketball is more fun when you're in on the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use that code PHNX. New customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly for betting, just $5 only on DraftKings Sportsbook with that code PHNX. The crown is yours. Now, you're probably like, Anthony, why are you on your phone? And it's because I'm getting ready to give you guys my DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week. And my DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week is the Arizona Diamondbacks run line at +1.5. I think Zach Gallen gets back in the saddle tonight, and he does exactly what he needs to do in terms of keeping this game competitive down the stretch. And I think first game of the World Series, Arizona Diamondbacks, they're a super, super hot team. I know the money line is juicy at plus money. I'm going to take the safe route. I'm going to take the run line at +1.5. I know there's some people that probably are going to disagree with me because they want that D-backs money line. Look, we're going to be rooting for the D-backs, but when it comes to making money, I'm going to go ahead and take that run line. And if they win, you win there as well. Again, guys, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles, 21 plus. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball terms for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Moving on, Donald in chat, my pick of the week will not be tailing you. Donald, I respect that, to be honest with you. I respect it. I wish that you had more faith in me. I don't even have faith in my picks right now. I do believe in the Arizona Diamondbacks, though. Okay, Donald, my only gambling problem has been listening to you. Look, I get it, man. My picks have not been great, okay? But that's why we've got the PHNX Daily Bets show with Damon that you should be watching every single day. Damon is more the moneymaker in this PHNX family. So definitely go check out that show Monday through Friday. Time varies. Usually it's around noon. I know his pick today. His pick is Zach Gallen to record a win. So if you take the Arizona Diamondbacks run line, then you should be good there as well. But getting back to the Arizona State Sun Devils, let's go ahead and take a look at 3 players trending up and, in my personal opinion, need to go big or need to go home if Arizona State is going to get the job done, starting with cornerback Ed Woods. He's played awesome this season. He's got 19 total tackles, 3 pass defense, and let's be real, right? He's been opposite Ro Torrence this entire season. Ed Woods against a Washington State offense that's led by Cam Ward. It's got a fierce aerial attack. We've already kind of touched on the fact that there's a trio of wide receivers all capable of stretching the field. Ed Woods needs to be a lockdown corner on Saturday. Ro Torrence is going to do what he's going to do, right? D Ford is going to do what he needs to do. But in terms of spreading the love, that's what Cam Ward and this offense do. Ed Woods needs to take care of his guy up front. If he's able to do that, then I think it certainly puts Arizona State in a prime position to win this game outright, to not even necessarily call it competitive in the fourth quarter. If Ed Woods does his job, I imagine Ro Torrence and the boys in the back half of that secondary are going to be doing their job as well. Moving on to the second player trending up, none other than our guy Clayton Smith. Look, Clayton Smith kind of had an up and down season so far, only 5 total tackles, half a sack. He's been hit with 2 different targeting calls that have led him to be suspended for halves of potential games. I think this is going to be a game that he needs to get right? Everyone all season long has talked about BJ Green. BJ Green, 3rd in the Power 5, by the way, in terms of QB pressures, behind only a player that plays at Alabama and then 1 at North Carolina. That says a whole hell of a lot. But Clayton Smith needs to be the difference maker. We saw Prince Dorba. Prince, obviously, a Texas transfer playing in this Brian Ward scheme. He's thrived. Clayton Smith, I think, can have that same kind of impact. We've talked about how bad this Washington State offensive line is. Clayton Smith is going to be one of the many pass rushers that Arizona State is going to have out there with the opportunity to feast on the Cougars. I think Clayton Smith needs to take advantage of this opportunity because, again, these next few games after this don't get any easier. UCLA, Utah, Oregon, Arizona, their offensive lines are much, much better than Washington State. So if Clayton Smith is going to have a coming out party, this is going to be it. On Saturday, it's homecoming. Pin your ears back. Go get them because you are the speed rusher that Arizona State is going to need to stop this Cam Ward passing attack from causing havoc on Saturday, to be honest with you. Clayton Smith is the fastest of the pass rushers on this team. We need to see something from him. Joe in the chat. Totri's still solo. Let's get this man some help. Look, I'm going to have some help here in just a little bit for Hot or Not, but we're working on it. Saturday, Ralph is going to be back with me for the post-game show. It sounds like next week, everybody, we're going to have a co-host in this chair with me. So you're going to want to stay locked in next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do want to go ahead and get to the third member of Trending Up, and that is our guy, DeCarlos Brooks. Not only is he a mean running back, he cooks up a mean fade, too, if anybody needs a barber. He's got 31 carries on the season, averaging 4.9 yards per carry. Feed this man the damn rock. He's got 4 receptions, 25 yards through the air as well. We saw how capable DeCarlos Brooks was against Washington in both the passing attack and in the run game. He's a change of pace guy, right? He's out there to be the dash, to be the speed. Cam Scadaboo packs a punch. DeCarlos Brooks, he outruns motherfuckers, right? That's what he does. Give D'Lo the ball, okay? Because how did we start this show? We started with talking about how bad Washington State's defense is. They give up 161 rush yards a game. I want to see 200-yard rushers on Saturday. I want to see D'Lo with a 100-yard tote, and I want to see Scat with a 100-yard tote. If that happens, chalk it up. Hand in your time card because that's a dub, okay? That's what needs to happen. D'Lo needs 10 touches. He's healthy now. Give him the ball. He needs to see the field. I absolutely need to see DeCarlos Brooks carry the damn football because he's electric. He reminds me of what we saw with Daniel Ngata last season, just in terms of special teams, right? Where it always felt like he's got the capability of having a giant play. It feels like he is capable of going for 6 every single play, okay? I think we need D'Lo to actually go for 6 if Arizona State is going to win tomorrow. I think that's what we need to see. I think the running backs need to have a big day. D'Lo, Scat, Tevin White, Kyson Brown, all of them. Feed George Hart, feed them all, right? Let them roll because this Washington State defense is bad. You got to take advantage of it, okay? A couple comments in the chat. Donald, don't lie to me and get me excited, Totri. I know Donald. I know. It's not Donald. Donald is not my co-host. I love Donald, and I appreciate Donald with all my heart. And I appreciate all y'all in the chat. Joe, if the offensive line was named targeting, then Clayton Smith could be stopped. Look, man, yeah, a couple of tough targeting calls for Clayton Smith this season. So we'll see. Hopefully he can keep his head up and know when to not go ahead and attack that quarterback.
Donald in the chat mentioned that we used a picture of him leading with his helmet, and I didn't even notice that. Yep, sure is. There he is.
Damn it! That's tough. That's tough. Did he get ejected on that play? He might have. That might have been the play.
That may have been the play
that he got ejected for targeting. That's crazy.
Listen, there aren't that many pictures available of him.
Don't do that, Clayton. Okay, go get some sacks. Go eat. Okay. Keep your head up. That's all I'm asking. Okay. All I'm asking for. But if all of those things can happen, which I think they will, then this is going to happen. My prediction is going to happen. And this is something that I said I wasn't going to do the rest of the season, but damn you, Kenny, you got me buying in, okay? I think the Sun Devils take it on Saturday. I got them winning 24-21 over Cam Ward and Washington State. Look, I know I said I wasn't going to do it, okay? I feel like a man who's he's broken addiction for weeks on end, and now look at me. I'm scratching, I'm itching, and I'm just like, I need another one. I need a win. And I think they're going to get it, man. I think Kenny gets his first conference win at the helm of this Arizona State program. Call me crazy. Call me a homer. Call me biased. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, from the progress that this program has made over the last couple of weeks, close loss after close loss after close loss, they're due. The Arizona State Sun Devils are due for a win. They're due for something to go their way. And I think it happens homecoming day on Saturday in some glow-in-the-dark unis with Donald screaming in the Discord. That's what I think happens. LTC, homecoming shenanigans. Thank you for the post-game thumbnail if they win LTC, because I'm definitely going to be using that. Look, I think that's what happens. I think Arizona State gets the job done. They hold Cam Ward in this offense the same way that they held Michael Penix Jr. in the Washington offense to look pretty bad. And I think they come out on top. Okay? I'm just saying, I think this is how we do it. Josh and the Totri, how can we try out to be on the podcast? I don't know if you could try out, but what you can do is you can message Espo at Espo on social media, and you could that's the easy way to go out there and try and get on not only this show but anywhere as a part of ALLCITY and PHNX. My recommendation would be reaching out to at Espo or Saul Bookman, GM Saul Bookman on social media. Joe, it's been a bit since I've been here on Friday. Is Totri always hot for hot or not? Look, man, got me blushing in the chat, man. That's crazy. I'm like kicking my feet in the chair. Like I'm vibing over here, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Look, do me a favor. Do Bobby Hurley a solid. Hit that like button. Okay. He's always begging. He's always pleading for just a little bit of love and a little bit of a like. We are going to be doing Hot or Not here in just a little bit with a special co-host. Like I said, we are going to bring someone in here to be doing Hot or Not with me. Really do appreciate you guys. Again, drop your score predictions in the comments, and we'll go over them here in a second. But first, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Circle K. They are America's thirst shop. They are Totri's thirst shop. They are the thirst shop of all PHNX hosts, guys, and they've got a new free membership program where you guys can save a whole 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. Get every 6 free on a selection of Circle K products, whether that be pizza, coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks. They have it all over at Circle K. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. Now, I know all of you are stopping over at Circle K, grabbing an energy drink, filling up on gas, and then you're headed right home to get some new flooring, because that's what Empire is here to help you guys with. You get shop at home convenience, the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a price match guarantee. Empire Today is the best place to get new flooring. So of course they have copycats, but Empire Today can't be beat on quality, service, speed, kind of like the Arizona State defense, right? They can't be beat when it comes to quality, service, or speed. They won't promise the lowest prices, because anyone who does that is putting flooring in your home that they wouldn't put in theirs. Guys, schedule a free in-home estimate today. All listeners can receive a $350 off discount when they use that promo code PHNX. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/PHNX for details. But we've already kind of got to it, guys. Well, Donald's tailing me in the chat. 24-21. We've got the bets host himself. We got Senor Damon Dog. He's going to be joining me for Hot or Not today. So this is a live podcast, guys, so bear with us here while we scoot Damon in and we get the mic working and rolling. Again, keep dropping your score predictions in the chat. I don't know if Damon's ever been on this show, like from like talent perspective. Have you, Damon?
Not from I don't think my face has ever been on this show.
Oh, this works. Does this not work? Does this work, Danielle?
That's fine to me.
Bad.
Just
that's
slouch
fine.
a little bit.
Yeah, just slouch.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, now you know what it's like to be me every single day. So it is Hot or Not, guys. Again, hit that like button. Danielle, what we've been doing, instead of doing the slider of who's hot, me, Shane, or Sean, who's been hot in terms of the entire PHNX this week?
Ooh. Oh, yeah, you're putting me on the spot.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now.
I think I got to go Derek.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Why has Derek been hot?
I don't think anybody's living in this moment of the D-backs making the World Series better than Derek.
That's fair.
I think Derek's going through just a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think Derek has been with us since, what was it, Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely not.
And you know what? Good for him.
He's on cloud 9.
Both he and I have worked those 110 loss seasons. He deserves it.
Derek's been so. I mean, he's probably still drunk from all the champagne he drank when we went to the World Series. That's probably
Donald in the chat with an all-time comment. Jesse fucking Friedman.
That's fact too.
Absolutely. Donald, make this quick. Got to get the kids from daycare. Look, the kids can wait.
Jesse's hot as hell.
The kids can wait. Jesse is hot as hell.
He really is.
Jesse doesn't get enough credit for being as hot as he is. But without further ado, Danielle, what is the first topic?
All right. First topic. Glow in the dark uniforms. I think it was LTC in the chat brought it up. I was gonna go a different direction, but you know what? Let's talk about it. Glow in the dark uniforms, hot or not?
Look, glow in the dark uniforms are hot, but they're not hot when you're kicking off at like 5 o'clock and the sun's still out. That doesn't make
That's
a whole
fair.
lot of
Yeah.
sense to me.
That's fair.
I don't know why they're still rocking with the glow in the dark unis when you kick off at 5. Like, I don't get it. That's why they were originally supposed to be for the Colorado game.
Yeah.
But that time got changed, or that schedule, that kickoff time got released, and it wasn't a night game. So, look, glow in the dark unis, I think the concept of them are super hot. But when you have a day game, they're not hot at all because they just look stupid. But that's just my personal opinion. Yeah. I don't know.
So my question is, what were the color uniforms? Because I watched the video and I couldn't distinguish if they were maroon or black.
They're black.
They're black?
Yeah, I think they're black.
Okay.
Oh, see, I thought they were maroon.
This is the confusion, because I watched the video and I literally could not tell. That was the
I
thing.
think they're black.
Is the dress white and gold or blue or black?
We don't need an ASU version.
Modern day version.
Let's see what this is.
This
is Game 8. These are black. Yeah, that's black.
Those are black. I like it better with black. I like it because I think with the maroon, like the kind of greenish tint to it would be a little weird. I like it a little bit better with the black. You know what? I'm a fan, but like you said, it needs to be a Pac-12 after dark game.
And even that,
yeah,
it's never going to be this dark on the field. Like, there are lights.
Yeah.
So it's never going to look like this.
No.
Even if it's played at 2 a.m, there are lights on the field. So it's never going to look like they want it to.
It made for a pretty cool uniform release video.
That's what... ASU hasn't had a lot of wins, but every single Thursday when they drop those uni videos, that's a dub.
You know what's hot? The ASU creative team for the football.
The ASU video team, hot as hell.
Yeah, maybe not the team itself, but the creative team is like, wow, what a group of guys and gals they got over there.
Joe out here checking the sunset.
What up, Joe?
At 5:45, bros. I'm here for it, bro. If we can get the sun setting at 5:40, kickoffs at what, 5:30 or 5 exactly? Like, we can make it around that time, right? You head into the second half, jerseys are then starting to glow a little bit. Like,
The problem is the only time the lights off in the stadium are in the stump, the bus, when they're taking the field.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, but it's
daytime.
The sun is still gonna be up.
Yeah. No, I don't. There was some poor. Wow, I can't speak. Some poor planning on ASU's part.
Do you guys sell all of these uniforms?
Guys. What do you mean, you guys? No, I don't go out there. I'm not a Girl
You're
Scout.
on the Sun Devil show now.
I'm not a Girl
dude.
Scout.
I meant the Arizona State. I thought you represented them at this company.
I represent them.
I thought so. That's why you've been so down in the dumps during this whole season.
Yeah, I have been down in the dumps. I'm ready for basketball season, or I'm ready for a fucking.
That's nuts.
I'm ready for a win.
for ASU basketball season.
I'm ready for a win.
That's how you know it's really gotten not great over here on Totri.
Guys. I'm losing my marbles in here. You do it. You try sitting in here talking for 50 minutes a day about the worst team in the Pac-12.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Might be the hardest job we have at this company right now. It's pretty tough.
What's the second topic, Danielle?
Oh, second topic. D-backs in the World Series.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the hottest thing.
I should probably stop yelling.
Woo!
D-backs in the World Series. Last time they won the World Series, 2001. My original plan was to do a 2001 version of Hot or Not. Turns out 2001 sucks.
Yeah, not a great year.
It was terrible. Oh my
Not a great year.
So we're gonna.
Some would say that.
Yeah, it's one of the worst. Say it's one of the worst years we've ever had.
Yeah, for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But top selling movie, I refuse to acknowledge the person who created it. Second top grossing movie, pretty polarizing, Shrek.
Ooh, is that polarizing?
Yeah,
Shrek
Hot or Not.
Who doesn't like Shrek?
Shrek is terrible. Shrek is a terrible movie. Watch it now.
That is so disrespectful.
Go back and watch it now. It does not hold up.
Totri, how disrespectful is that? He's done. He's out. He's
Hey, real quick.
Shrek.
What do you guys think of the movie Shrek? It's a great movie, right? Great movie? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not a single bad review of Shrek except for Danielle.
Awful.
What's the reasoning behind Shrek?
Watch the animation. It's so bad. It doesn't
How
hold
do you
up.
not like Shrek?
No, Shrek is so bad. No, I don't like
She said
Shrek.
it's a controversial movie.
She said
She
it's
doesn't
polarizing.
like it.
I said, who doesn't like Shrek?
Shrek is bad. It's a bad movie. Okay, I thought I would have more people behind me on this. Apparently,
You have nobody behind you. That movie is damn good.
Donkey, Shrek, Puss in Boots.
Yes, that is a classic. That is a classic movie.
Wow. Can you explain what you don't like about Shrek? I need to hear it. I need you to lay it out on the table.
It's okay. So my biggest complaint, I'm a big animation fan. The animation is so bad. Like, it is so bad. Go back and watch it. It does not hold up. If you watch Disney movies from that era, it still holds up. It's great. Shrek does not. It's not.
But the plot, but the storyline, the character development.
Character development? There is no character. Hey, here's an ogre. There he is.
Character development. Shrek's the mean old ogre at the beginning, and then he finds love. No character development.
Princess.
He finds love.
The production value doesn't hold up when Shrek is suplexing all those bodyguards and did a whole Royal Rumble setup. That absolutely.
What about
holds up.
Donkey and Puss in Boots? Like,
Okay,
What about Donkey marrying the dragon?
Let's take a step back from the nostalgia wagon and look at this objectively. If you look at it objectively, it's a bad movie.
There's donkey dragon hybrid babies, Danielle, and you're gonna tell me that it's a bad movie? That's unreal.
I need you to take a second and think about what you just said.
exactly why it's a good movie.
No.
That is a really hot take, LTC. Really, really hot. From Danielle.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
I just
I'll own it.
my tummy hurts. My tummy hurts after that take.
My tummy
my
hurts
goodness.
I
all the
respect a
time,
good
so
take, though.
welcome.
That's the thing about. I really respect it. Like
You respect that?
I respect like a hot take
Listen,
that no one else.
That
can
is
get
a
behind.
hot take. No, that is a hot take.
Listen, Sean's been gone a while now. We've been short on
Yeah, I can't-
incredibly hot takes.
I can't carry the load all by myself. It's basically just me out here saying crazy
But
things.
you had to come for like a DreamWorks classic.
Danielle, remember when I was telling you I wouldn't pay Zach Gallen? I was telling Jacob on bets today that if he shoves tonight, I'll give him a blank check, whatever he
Fucking the
wants.
gingerbread-
That's how fickle I am. I'll change
gingerbread
like that.
man, dude.
Dude,
Like,
what about
listen,
the gingerbread
Shrek-
man? That's
that's fucking
Shrek's not
Not the
without his
gumdrops.
charm. It's not without his charm. There are scenes from there that are good. Not the. Oh man, when I was a kid, I used to be able to do a perfect impression of that.
What
but
about
not anymore.
Pinocchio?
This is such a fire movie.
It's dude, and I'll argue Shrek 2 might even be better. Shrek
It
2 is
Shrek 2
unbelievable.
Shrek 2 is a very good
You
movie.
know
Shrek
what you've
1
done?
is-
You
is
pushed
bad.
me to the edge of tonight after the Diamondbacks game 1. I'm gonna be watching Shrek. I'm gonna be watching Shrek. Like that's what you've done to me.
A little bit of
At this
OGs, a little bit of Shrek.
OGs and Shrek, dog. I can't do it.
Undefeated combo.
OGs and anything, pretty much. Any sort of entertainment. I honestly,
That's not that.
I'm gonna take an
solid.
OGs and watch
That's-
Zach Gallen and I'll be laughing my ass off
That's
after
not-
he
that's
Ks
not that-
everybody.
Dude, you'll probably be crying laughing after Kevin Ginkle
Oh,
starts
absolutely.
like clown laughing off of the mound.
For sure. I'm gonna be clown laughing off my couch when I see that shit. What's the third topic,
Oh
Danielle?
boy! So I don't know if you've heard it, but the D-backs are in the World Series against the Texas Rangers. So hot or not, the state of Texas.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, not.
Not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I actually have some strong opinions about this.
Oh,
Shockingly.
let's hear it.
Texas is maybe the most overrated state in the country. Tons of huge cities.
Hang on. Let me turn your mic up so you can say that louder.
Well, I just think Texas is the most overrated state in the country. I've been out there plenty of times. I like Austin. I will say I like Austin. I want to put that out on the table. But Austin feels very not Texas when you're there. Like it's the least Texas of all the Texas cities, I think. I haven't been to San Antonio, so I'll give them benefit of the doubt. And I've heard some decent things about San Antonio. I think I might like that place. But
Everything I've heard about San Antonio comes from Charles Barkley.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to attack the people, the women for their their weight over there in San Antonio like Charles is.
That'd be crazy. Damon's first 10 minutes on this show as talent is criticizing the women in San Antonio.
He's body shaming the
That's
entire state
crazy.
of Texas.
Well, fuck. I have friends that live in DFW. Fuck that place. I'm just gonna say that right now. That is one of the worst cities in America. It's just a hellhole of office parks and like spread out nonsense. Zero culture. Zero like personality in anything.
You're doing the Donald Trump debate hands. It's the worst city
I've ever
ever
seen.
seen.
I've ever been to.
It's a dump. It's the worst.
It is.
Everybody's saying it.
I just don't.
Everybody knows.
I just don't like places that like don't have like character. They don't have like personality. And I just
Their
think,
personality is that they're big.
yeah,
That's
pretty
their
much, and that
personality.
they like guns and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
usually-
not really
And they
much
got
of
the
a
Cowboys.
personality.
That's their thing.
Yeah, Texas sucks.
Yeah, no, fuck Texas, honestly.
And fuck the Rangers.
Yeah, fuck
One more time?
Rangers.
Fuck
Texas.
the Rangers.
Yeah, Texas, the state of it, honestly, like from a weather perspective, kind of hot. But like in terms of its excitement level, its awesomeness factor, it's not hot. Not hot.
I know, Tony. I know, buddy. I agree. I
Hey.
agree.
Listen here, Tucson Tony. Phoenix is good.
Is he from Tucson?
Yeah, he's a Tucson guy.
What a legend.
Shut the fuck up, Damon.
He's right. I mean, he's right. Phoenix has the same issues. I think it was a Clue Haywood tweet this week where he did the Spider-Man meme where he was trying to talk shit about DFW and say that it's like no culture, like all this stuff, bad traffic, tons of transplants. And then he was like, wait, that's exactly the exact same city that we live in.
Phoenix is cool though.
We actually have culture, though.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not as much
Not
as
a great
a lot
culture.
of places.
We have culture.
I'm just
not
saying,
great
my
culture.
family's from Tucson, and they live up here now.
Yeah, I mean, good for them.
They chose to live
I
up
really,
here.
I know.
They
I
got out the
respect your
swamp.
family,
They
Danielle.
got out the swamp in Tucson. That's what they did. They pulled a Shrek and donkey, and they made their way to Phoenix. That's what they did. They're happily ever after. Okay, you guys can have your happily ever after too. If you go get yourself some Shady Rays.
Ooh.
I don't believe that's in the fine print that you'll find love if you buy Shady Rays, but you might just look that damn good when you have Shady Rays on your face that everybody around is like, holy shit, want to get married? Maybe that might be the case. I'm still waiting for that to happen in my life, but let's see if it happens for you guys. You can shop the entire collection at their brand new location, Kierland Commons, a full stop shop for all things Shady Rays. If you don't love your Shady Rays, guys, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There is no risk when you shop. Their team always has your back, and exclusively, there it is. Hey man, want to get married?
Yeah, dude. That's what Shady Rays does for you.
Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use that code PHNX for 50% off. 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try it for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
Look how cool these shades are.
They are cool. They're cool as fuck. I can't pull those off though. Those
You
are like,
could.
you have to be
You
a
could.
different breed.
I mean, we were getting Shady Rays. They hooked us up, obviously, and I was like, dude, some
Those
of
are
these
Pit
guys,
Vipers, yeah.
some of these guys for free. Like, why don't you toss those my way?
God,
I know they're pretty nice.
that's electric. I just want all of the Diamondbacks aces to wear those while they're playing.
There's some good like golfing glasses, like really good golf. Like if I was going out to golf, I'd be definitely
Shady
wearing.
Rays.
Oh, of course.
Shady Rays really does have some of the best sunglasses out there, guys. Check them out for sure. That is going to do it for our Friday show. Like I said, we will be back for a post-game show on Saturday following that Arizona State-Washington State game. Ralph Hampson is going to be co-hosting that post-game party with me, so definitely stay locked in. If you enjoyed the content, again, do Bobby Hurley a solid. Give this program a like and give us a follow over at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow this guy right here at Damon Dog. Did I do that correctly?
Yeah, DAWG.
Love it. Danielle, you know the drill. Where can everybody follow you?
Abracadanielle on Twitter.
I
Or-
could probably start saying that.
Yeah, you probably could, but you know what?
Danielle.
Yeah.
You should have that
it's-
memorized by now.
It's
Okay,
from-
wait.
it's
Let
from
me start
Adventure
over.
Time.
Let me start over. That's me rewinding. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, give us a follow over at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow this guy right here at Damon Dog, DAWG. And you could follow producer Danielle behind the Mac at Abracadanielle. Right?
Perfect.
Let's go! Okay, we're going to see you guys Saturday for a post-game show. Leave a like and a 5-star review on your way out and enjoy the rest of your Freaky Friday. 2 things, though. Go Devils and peace.
We all silly like the mayor.